Because you're a writer, producer, performer, and you're also an entrepreneur and a philanthropist.
Yeah, I think that all comes with being successful. You can't do without all of those. You have to be all those to be, successful.
Akon, welcome to DC. You're
Absolutely.
here for the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit.
It's actually been mind-blowing. It's been a brainstorming weekend, and it's actually been motivating in a lot of big ways.
When you've been here in your conversations around the country, to what degree do you think people in America recognize the opportunity in Africa and the necessity, security, economic, otherwise, of engaging with Africa?
I think United States probably may take the value of Africa just a little bit for granted. I think with the right partners, the right neighboring allies, and the right support, Africa could be dominating because it has all the natural resources you can imagine. And if all the countries actually got together and created unity, the dollar would be humongous.
What do you think of President Obama?
I think it's amazing. I watch some of the decisions he makes, and I know sometimes some of the decisions may get ridiculed, but me traveling around the world, I kind of clearly see why those decisions are being made.
Okay, so tell us about Akon Lighting Africa.
Akon Lighting Africa is my company that creates lighting for rural areas, and we're utilizing solar energy for those areas because I realize in Africa, of course, in this basic cities, you have the cities that's powered by the energy grids that they got set up over there, but they never expanded it out to the to the rural areas, and that's why it's so much dark out there. Mainly because of different reasons, whether it's financial, infrastructure, or whatever the case may be. The people still need light. And one thing I realized about Africa is that we'll never run out of sun. It's blessed with sun. So I figure that has to be the solution, and that's why we're moving forward into it.
Akon, when we met the other night, the first conversation we had was about Twitter.
About Twitter.
You have 5.5 million Twitter followers, 55 million likes on Facebook. Yeah. How do you do it?
You have to engage your fans. You have to let them know that you're there for them. You have to know that I understand that I've been there. We've dealt with that. So when you create that intimate relationship, they follow you.
It seems like many artists today are less likely to engage in social activism than the past, maybe less likely to take stands. Do you agree with that?
See, people forget that artists are very creative people, and they're kind of very disruptive. They don't do the ordinary things that average people do. So when something does happen average, it's blown up to be something bigger than it actually really was, because something as simple as getting a parking ticket will make TMZ if I got it. But if you got it, no one would care. So everything is magnified. So I think when it comes to social type of stuff, it's a big responsibility for them, and I think a lot of them are intimidated by it.
You are a disruptor.
Clearly.